and the others maybe not tapered completely. We'll wait and see. We're away in the 400 freestyle for women, an event Australia's only won the twice. Lorraine Crapp and Shane Gould. Lorraine back in 56. As you'd expect, Ariarne Titmus, the 20-year-old in lane 4, has already gone to the front, but Lani Pallister's not going to let her get too far in front. Lani likes to go out quick as well.
Not at all. Pallister was absolutely flying off the box. A reaction time there of 0.66 of a second. She actually gave Ariarne a little bit of work in that first 25 metres to catch up. As we can see going through in the first 50 and at 27.68, that's absolutely motoring. And this field's got to try and stay with Ariarne for as long as possible. They want to try and drag off her, be paced by her, and she'll want to pull away within this first 200, but no one's going to let her go.
Including Tamsin Cook, John, who's going out nicely in lane number 2.
Absolutely, and there's the world record in 400s, particularly when athletes a little bit later on. But Tamsin Cook going very well, as you say. Lani Pallister not far away. In fact, it's Cook and Pallister neck and neck at the moment for second position.
57.31 at the 100-metre split, so just outside of Katie Ledecky's world record split of 57.05. She's beautifully balanced, Grant. You spent a lot of your distance career swimming out in front by yourself. Is it a different mindset when you are that far in front?
The good thing about being this far in front is you can actually focus on the execution of your race plan. So you don't need to really worry about when anybody else in the field is going to move up or down or be able to turn the legs on. You have full control over the field. So the fact she can get out there, execute her own perfect race, the only disadvantage of being in this situation is you don't have someone pushing you down to the absolute wire. We saw that back in the 2019 World Championships where she had Katie Ledecky there. She's a good racer. She beat her there, and she can perhaps do it again in a few weeks' time in Tokyo. But a 1:57.49 through the 200-metre split, that is very, very quick. She's absolutely moving tonight.
Yeah, that is right on the world record split, but Ledecky brought it home very quickly. And at the moment, the battle for second, they're both under the qualifying time. Tamsin Cook, of course, she knows what it's like to qualify for an Olympics. She was in Rio, finished 6th in the final in Rio in this event. And at the moment, she's sitting in second position, just in front of Lani Pallister.
Well, we had half a dozen girls go under that qualifying time in the heats this morning, so half a dozen women going under. So right now it will be the race for second to see who can get on to their Olympic team. Lani Pallister going for her first, Tamsin going for her second. But look at Ariarne Titmus out in front, just the velocity that you can see. She has picked it up in this third 100 metres. I
just love that underwater shot. You can see how balanced she is. So she's got the legs up in full support. The way she catches and moves across the water, coming through in this turn, 2:57.77. If she comes home in under a minute here, she's got to do a personal best time.
She could do more than a personal best time. Right now, she's in front of that world record line. Cook is sitting in second. Pallister's under a bit of pressure. She's given away probably 2 body lengths. Too far gone, you would think, to come over the top of Cook. Cook may well be swimming herself onto an Olympic team again. But the effort out here in front, it's all about that world record line. How fast does she need to be in the last 50, and can she do it?
She's sprinting. The 6-beat kick is up and out. She's sitting beautifully high in the water. You are looking at one of the fastest swims in history, potentially a second world record. Here is Ledecky's world record line.
She's got to come home in about a 28.3 to get this world record.
And Ledecky's world record is just starting to inch away, centimetre from centimetre. It's getting it now. But what a swim this is. It'll be one of the great 400s of all time. Only Katie Ledecky's gone faster. What a swim from Titmus. A new Commonwealth record. Of course, it's a qualifying time. Forget about that. Did it easy. And Cook takes the second spot. Melverton third. Cook qualifies as well. That is one sensational swim. 3:56.90.
Second fastest performer in 400 freestyle history. A PB by 1.8 seconds.
I would say we'd have a very nervous Katie Ledecky over in the United States right now after seeing a 3:56. She hasn't been able to produce a swim like that since the 2016 Olympics in Rio. And Tamsin Cook also with a personal best.
And John, let's just give that fright a little bit deeper over in the US who are watching us on Amazon Prime Video. I don't think she's rested.
No, I don't think she's rested either. And we know that Boxall said to her, 100 days out, you've got 100 days to go. You need every one of them. We need to keep working. That's what Boxall's done, and this is one hell of a swim. And I tell you something else, the mind games have already started. Ledecky was asked about it last night. Are you watching Amazon Prime Video? Do you know about the Australian trials? She said, oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I wonder whether that's true.
Well, she did say in the pre-race interview that it was going to take a world record to win the Olympic gold medal. And look how balanced this is just coming into the finish. There was not a low point in the race. She got out there. She didn't get a great start, but then she got into a tempo very, very quickly, started pulling away in the third lap, and then just continued to build throughout the race. There was no point where you could say there was a weakness. She kept building through. She executed really, really well. Out in 157, back in a 159. Beautiful finish on the wall there. I love to watch her swim. She's super tough. She's super strong. She knows how to race, and she knows how to race against the very best and beat them. Look at the parents in the crowd. Isn't it great?
It certainly is. And there's Boxall lifting her and lifting her and lifting her. Well, Katie Ledecky, she took Janet Evans' crown as the greatest of all time, has taken it to another level again. But she's been lowered once. She might get lowered again in Tokyo because the gauntlet has absolutely been thrown down. We've got two qualifiers, but the one that qualified first was just a smidgen away from one of the greatest swims of all time. She's the second fastest of all time, and she's down on pool deck with Gian.
Well, Annie, you might be a world champion, but you're now going to be an Olympian. How good's that?
This has been a long time coming. I just didn't really know what this would mean until it happened. And
that's what these trials do. So I'll take you out of emotion for a second and let's talk race. Did you know that you were under world record pace for 375 metres?
No, and I have had like a rough trot this prep. And I'm just a bit shocked, honestly. Like, I didn't think I'd go that quick, so I'm happy to get the job done, and that gives me good confidence going to Tokyo.
So it should. If you could have possibly have seen your coach Dean on the sidelines, we always know he's emotional. We thought he might have had a heart attack tonight.
Oh, I couldn't have done it without him. You know, he's a bit crazy, but he knows how to make people swim fast, and he's an amazing coach, and I'm very lucky to have him.
You've done so much in the sport of swimming already at just 20 years of age. Why does this make you so emotional?
I made my first team, the team after Rio, World Short Course 2016. So it's been 5 years really on the team, and I feel like I've done most things that being on the Australian team means, but the one thing that I hadn't done is become an Olympian. And I remember watching Steph Rice win 3 gold in Beijing, and that was the year that I started training in a squad. And to think that, you know, that's going to happen and I'm going to be an Olympian, it's really exciting.
Well, that might be ominous because Steph Rice was the last Australian female to win an individual Olympic gold medal back in 2008. You've done everything right. You're going to Tokyo. I'm going to talk to this lovely lady next to you. Tamsin, finalist in Rio 5 years ago. What does it mean this time around?
I think it's probably even more special this time around for me. Back in 2016, I was really young and really naive, and I had to take a bit of time away from the sport after Rio, and it really changed my perspective and reminded me how special it is to be an athlete and how lucky we are to be able to do what we can do. So, yeah, it's incredible. I really didn't expect it.
You're now one of the older statesmen of the team, stateswoman, I should say, of the team. As you said, this one means so much because you know what it's like to go to an Olympics. You've had this lady pushing you for the last few years. That field was hot. What was it like knowing that there's a qualifying time and there's only 2 spots to go to your second Olympics?
Oh, it's absolutely insane. You know, compared to 5 years ago, the field in Australia has got so much more depth now, and it's just incredible to see. And Arnie's obviously pushing us all along, and then we've got some great long distance girls as well. So, you know, for me, that's around the time I swam in the heats at the Olympics. So to have to swim that, to even make the team, just shows how far we've come as a nation in women's distance racing, and it's just so exciting for the future.
And last question to you, Arnie. You spoke about how fast you're going to have to swim in Tokyo. You did it in 2019. You beat the Olympic champion. It's going to take a world record, isn't it?
Definitely. I mean, Dean and I'd always said that from back, 2017, first time I got to race Katie. We knew that it's going to take a world record to win at the Olympics with her in the field, and doing that tonight definitely gives me more confidence that I'm a little bit closer to that.
It certainly has. You two, unbelievable. Congratulations, you are going to Tokyo.
Thank you.